Welcome to Bay Hill News Network Morning News, sponsored by
Des Tasty Roti Skin can be found at Randy and Bonnie Supermarket, or you can order Des Tasty Roti and Skin at 1784-528-2979. That's 1784-528-2879.
In the news.
Several port workers are in custody, assisting the police with an investigation into missing goods at the port. Informed that an individual imported a quantity of branded bags, when he went to clear the items, over 50 bags were allegedly missing from his shipment. That the individual didn't make a formal complaint, but about a week later, he met a gentleman with one of the identical bags. When questioned, the man said that he bought it from a port worker. Professional Development Week saw business teachers and professionals coming together to share insights, strategies, and best practices for the upcoming academic year. One of the highlights of the day was the election of the new National Business Teachers Association, paving the way for enhanced support in our school's business community. President, Nadine Davis. Emmanuel High School. Vice President, Audia Mills Arthur. Union Island Secondary School. Treasurer, Rollies Lewis. Girls High School. Secretary, Ashika Charles. St. Martin's Secondary School. Assistant Secretary/Treasurer, Joel Ross. St. Martin's Secondary School. Public Relations Officer Jonal K. Dowgan. Girls High School. Social Chair, Timora Peters. Thomas Saunders Secondary School. Strategist, Shaquille Hunt. West St. George Secondary School. Committee Members. 1 Antonia Samuel. Now most of the schools I expected to open on the 2nd of September, but some will be delayed, Gonsalves said, adding that the Ministry of Education was dealing with the complicated matters of staffing, furniture. Given the new situation, a lot of furniture has been damaged, destroyed, wear and tear with what happened, especially, even the shelters too, and equipment. Most schools across St. Vincent and the Grenadines will reopen on September 2, as scheduled, despite the devastating impact of Hurricane Beryl on July 1. Teachers of physical education and sport gathered at the Thomas Saunders Secondary School for Subject Day in preparation for the new academic year 2024/25. Subject Day was under the theme, Adjusting to Suit the Ever-Changing Circumstances. The sessions were facilitated by Mr. Godfrey Fuzzy Harry, Utilizing Your Plant Effectively Environment to Teach Physical Education and Sport, Ms. Kia Prince, Safeguarding, Ms. Kathy Badenoch, Physical Education in a Changing Climate, and Ms. Seemany Richardson, Review 2023/24 Competition and Plans for 2024/25 Competitions. The minister said that St. Vincent and the Grenadines will not stand askance while the rule book of international law is being violated, nor will support be provided to those who are intent on the unwarranted trampling on another country's sovereignty and independence. The government of St. Vincent and Grenadines has reaffirmed its support for the government and people of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. At a rally held at the Institute for Culture and Cooperation, IVCC, Minister of Foreign Affairs Frederick Stevens called on all countries and actors in the internal community to respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Teachers of French and Spanish gathered together for #Subject Day, which primarily focused on incorporating games into the teaching and learning of the languages, and the effective use of the languages in the classroom to make students' learning experience more dynamic and impactful.
We now join for the Caribbean News Desk Morning Edition.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the Morning Edition. Good morning, I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
The government of Curacao has officially collapsed following tensions in the ruling coalition over the issue of tax debt forgiveness. The Curacao Chronicle reports that Prime Minister Gilmar Pisas from the MFK party confirmed the government's fall after the PNP, a coalition partner, withdrew its support. The political crisis began earlier this week when two PNP parliamentarians sharply criticized the Finance Minister Javier Silvania during a parliamentary session. Their concerns centered around Mr. Silvania's decision to forgive overdue tax debts, a move that was seen as controversial. The two PNP members accused the minister and the MFK party of being untrustworthy, fueling the already simmering tension within the coalition. In response, the MFK party issued a formal statement declaring that they no longer wished to work with the two PNP parliamentarians. Soon after, the PNP also announced its decision to end the coalition partnership.
Jamaica is increasing surveillance at its ports of entry against the Mpox disease, which was recently declared a public health emergency of international concern by the World Health Organization. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says while there are currently no cases in Jamaica, the island had recorded up to 21 cases between 2022 and 2023. He says his ministry is taking action to prevent re-entry of the disease.
We will increase messaging at our ports, and we will interview travelers who have visited countries of interest in the last 6 months. Anyone with symptoms will be treated according to our protocols. Persons without symptoms will be issued health alert cards and told to contact the health department if they develop symptoms. We are monitoring the countries where Mpox is present, and persons coming into Jamaica from those countries of concern may be subjected to a higher level of surveillance questioning by the health team.
Meanwhile, the Cayman Islands Health Ministry yesterday denied reports that there were 2 Mpox cases in the territory. Several African, Asian, and European countries have so far reported cases of the disease, which can be transmitted by person-to-person contact and exposure to droplets. Symptoms include fever, chills, and body aches, but people with serious cases can develop lesions on the face, hands, chest, and genitals.
Meanwhile, CARICOM Chairman Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell of Grenada is promising that regional institutions will ensure a well-coordinated Mpox response. In a statement yesterday, Prime Minister Mitchell said regional governments will ensure effective surveillance efforts and public health strategies to raise public health awareness about the disease and contribute to collective preparedness. He said the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, will work with member states in the CARICOM impacts to monitor incoming passengers and facilitate the rapid identification of potential cases. CARPHA has indicated that there are no known cases of the Mpox disease in the Caribbean community.
Guyana is warning about international online scams. Among them are Facebook posts saying that President Irfan Ali, Vice President Barack Jagdeo, and Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh are dead. There have also been similar posts stating that a number of prominent cricketers have passed away, as well as others investing in schemes. But Jagdeo says people should not click on those posts.
It's a lot of scam stuff, but it's phishing. It's something generated from, I think, abroad, and with all these sensational stories. So when you go there, then they have your number, and please don't fall prey to them. They are Ponzi schemes. A lot of them hook you in. If you're stupid and you put your money there and you lose your money, they're gone with your money, don't blame the government. It's a scam that's going around. And they use prominent people. If you're stupid, you lose your money.
The West Indies play South Africa in a 3-match T20 cricket series at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago starting today. It's the West Indies' first T20 series since their early exit from the T20 World Cup, which they hosted in June. Cricket commentator Reds Pereira says it's an important rebuilding series.
Well, it comes after a fairly disappointing performance in the World Cup. And Darren Sammy would like to move on with a series win against South Africa. I think he is preparing for the future, and he has to learn from the combination that he has chosen, and that might change as they move towards England for the 3 2020s in St. Lucia. But very, very important that they do well in this series against South Africa. And I do hope that the pitch will be a lot better than it was in the World Cup. We're looking forward, hopefully, also to see a good crowd turning up at the Brian Lara to back and watch the West Indies South Africa game.
This has been the Morning Edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
This is Bay Hill News Network News, sponsored by
Des Tasty Roti Skin can be found at Randy and Bonnie's Supermarket, or you can order Des Tasty Roti and Skin at 1784-528-2979. That's 1784-528-2879.
Global Jungle.